I'm Mark Chilero, the owner of MS Classic Cars. Today I have the pleasure of presenting you an absolutely spectacular 1971 Datsun 240Z Series 1 that has 21,743 original miles. I don't know if I've ever been as excited to do a presentation for a video as this particular car here. We're going to be selling this vehicle on a Bring a Trailer auction. There's going to be a walk around presentation video and also a driving video, so make sure that you check those out. Those links might not be on our website. There only might be a link to this particular video, so just make sure to follow it on our website for the other two videos. I will get into some of the particulars during this video here. This is one of those vehicles that is almost too good to be true. You can bet your bottom dollar with all of my years of experience and reputation that I have completely verified and documented that this car is 100% a survivor. I cannot reiterate enough the condition of this car, the quality of this car, and how unbelievable it is really from top to bottom. It has a great story. I'll get into the story really quickly. Here I've made this binder for the vehicle. This is actually the obituary of the gentleman who owned this car its entire life up until 2019, Ronald J. Munson, DDS. He actually passed recently. It was May 28th of 2019. We're gonna put his obituary on our website listing and also dedicate this listing to him as well. But just to go over some of the details here, we have the original slip of when this car was issued as a US car. We have instructions and owner's manuals, of course, that came from the factory. Most importantly, we have the original window sticker. It shows that the dealership who received this vehicle was Munson Datsun. That was actually in Marion, Indiana. It shows all of the equipment that the vehicle had, along with a few extras. It even goes over the color. This is a very rare color, racing green with tan interior. It's all documented here. Also, there's some information here regarding the dealer plate, registrations, inspection forms, and then tons of other registrations that I've organized in this binder. So the story goes that the owner of the dealership, his name was James Munson. He actually got this car based on a sales volume that he had done. Again, from the information I gathered, it's a really rare color combination. So when he heard that he was getting the car, he wanted to surprise his son as a graduation gift to give him this vehicle. So the vehicle actually sat in the dealership showroom for a few years until his son graduated. His son, obviously, his name is Ronald. These are some temporary dealership from 71 and 72 registrations for the dealer plate. And then, of course, when he was given the car, his father, James, the owner of the dealership, actually put the car in his name for insurance purposes and things like that. And the mechanic who actually worked on this car its entire life, his name is Jim Mayo. His signature is down here. Jim Mayo is actually still alive today. I have gotten in contact with Jim Mayo. We shared a lot of good stories about this car. He's super excited to know that this car is going to be presented the way it is. I really wish that he could have been here, but he doesn't fly anymore, so I couldn't get him to be part of this video, which I really wanted to do. But so cool that the mechanic that worked on this car its entire life is around. And to the person who purchases that car, I'll give Jim's information so that person can actually get in contact with him and hear the stories that I've heard. So again, through the years, some inspection reports, some mileage documentation, registrations. It wasn't until this registration here, which I believe was 1984, where Ronald actually took personal possession of the vehicle from his father's name into his name personal. And that's where the car stayed up again until 2019 when he passed. The car actually went to his estate and it was sold to a very good friend of his who was also a dentist, who thought he was going to keep the car for a long time, decided after a few months the car was just too amazing to him to keep in the garage and let just, you know, sit in the corner. So he decided to sell it, and I purchased it. So the vehicle has never been marketed before. It is really something very special. I can't go over enough, again, the quality of this vehicle. So starting from the exterior is super straight. It retains all the original sheet metal. It retains all of the original paint from 1971. Think about that for a moment. The paint job is absolutely gorgeous considering its age. In our walk around presentation, I'm going to bring out the paint meter, and I'm going to paint meter the entire car to show that it is all original. You never ever find that. These wheels that are on the car now, which are the original factory wheels, were preserved. Ron actually had them powder coated black so they would not rust, and he kept them in the garage. Through the dealership, which Jim Mayo, the mechanic who worked on the car, his brother Gary, worked in the parts department, he ordered a turbine style wheel that was on the car basically its entire life. When we got the car, we took off the turbine wheels and tires, which are actually included and will be pictured within our description. We'll also have those in our walk around video as well. We put on the original wheels. We ordered a very correct tire from Coker Tire and put them on the car because we wanted to look as original as possible. So again, the outside of the car is absolutely beautiful. All the factory tags are in place. Everything about the outside of it is original. It even has an inspection sticker dating back into the 1980s, which is really cool. Getting into the interior, this has got to be one of the nicest interiors I've ever seen in a classic car. To think that it's actually original is mind-boggling. There's no word of a lie here to tell you that when I'm sitting in this car, I truly feel like I'm sitting in a car from 2019. It is that magnificent. From the headliner to the sun visors to the dashboard, the seats, door panels, carpeting, all the instrumentation, it still has plastic on some of the interior pieces, such as the rear door panels, the seatbelts behind here. There's even plastic between the armrests. When they pulled it off, they actually didn't take it all off. It's just amazing. Again, I can't say in words how nice this interior is. Everything in the interior is in working order, exactly the way that it should have been from the factory. The engine compartment is also really detailed. It's home to the 2.4 liter inline 6-cylinder. The engine compartment is absolutely original. It's got the original stickers, it's got original paint marks, it's got obviously the original matching numbers motor. We'll take pictures of the numbers that you can verify against the window sticker, again within our description. You can check all that out. The engine is coupled to the original 4-speed transmission, which works beautifully. The undercarriage of this car is also equally as nice as the engine compartment. It still retains original tags, original paint marks, and things like this. So once again, this is a car that I'm super excited about. I don't think I've ever been more excited to present a car on the market. I'm looking forward to the Bring a Trailer auction. For a complete description with tons of photos, you got to check it out on our website at msclassiccars.com. I'm going to go ahead and start the car. Listen how beautiful it runs. The engine runs so beautiful, you can barely even hear it run. Absolutely stunning. Thank you.